Hey, what's going on, guys? Tim back with another sports card collecting video. Um, Today, I wanted to go over population counts. I've had a couple of questions from my last video. What is pop count? What does it mean? What does it mean as far as card prices are concerned? So, wanted to go ahead and cover that. Apologize for the last video uploaded upside down. I noticed that I was gonna take it down and it had some views. So I didn't want to just delete the views. Even had a couple of comments. So I tried to YouTube how to turn it right side up, and I thought I had a couple of tricks figured out, but apparently those were outdated, and I could never quite get to the bottom of how to turn it right side up. So for now, it's forever an upside down video. Thanks for watching. Um, and hopefully this one is right side up. So I did get a new, or I should say, I downloaded a program that allows me to share my screen. So that's kind of where we're going today with this. And I wanted to just go over how the pop counts have fluctuated. Pop count again is population. We're going to talk specifically about the population of PSA graded cards. So wanted to go back to when Prizm was first introduced back in 2012. Now, Prizm is the flagship product of Panini, who purchased the rights to make basketball cards. So I'm just going to go ahead and we'll go with Anthony Davis, who was the one of the key rookie cards in that first year that Prizm became a product. So 2012 Prizm Basketball. Keep in mind back then, card collecting just wasn't as popular as it is right now. Actually, it was probably one of the more dead eras in terms of card collecting, and so this graph here, this program that I'm using is called Market Movers. It actually shows, it has a database of quite a few cards, tens of thousands of cards, and the key cards, rookie cards, any cards that are worth, a significant amount of money. Lately, that's been Kobe Bryant's, Michael Jordan's, any future Hall of Famers. This program can call them up and basically tracks their eBay sales. So that's kind of what we're looking at here. We're just looking at Anthony Davis, and I pulled it up in a PSA 10 and a PSA 9, and I just want to look at their pop report. And again, that just means how many of these cards were graded in a PSA 10. And you can see there was 1,418 that were PSA 10, 886 PSA 9s. So that's how many there are that exist in the world. And if you own one of these in a PSA 10, the market value of it right now is $1,663. Now, believe it or not, that is actually a low price relative to what it had been selling for just a couple months ago. And another cool thing about this program is you can kind of see what's for sale now. Can we actually get this card for between maybe $1,600, $1,700? So let's just go ahead and take a look. Takes you right to eBay, and you can see there is an auction going on right now. It's at 500. So these auctions have a couple of days remaining. So we'll kind of get a sense of what those end at. But you can buy one now for $1,889. And you can see the ones that are on sale as a buy it now. I'll just click on that. And then we can sort it by the cheapest price first. So price lowest. And kind of see what we get here. There's some stuff that's not the actual card we're looking for, but here we go. It looks like 1,800 is the lowest buy it now price. And like a couple months ago, that was a bargain. So I think that I think that's still a good price. And you can see also there's 21 watchers on this card. So 21 people are kind of taking a look to see, is this thing going to sell or not. Also, you can make an offer, so or best offer, and we see that the last sale, according to Market Movers, was $1,663. We can offer that price and see if the seller is willing to take that. So that's just to give you a sense of how many PSA graded Anthony Davis cards there are. I picked this card because this is the probably the key rookie card in that set. There's actually a bunch of them, but that's one of the main ones. And most likely, anyone who owns a copy of that card probably sent it in for grading. And so I don't imagine we're going to see the population of either of PSA 10 or 9 rise dramatically, even though we're expecting a bunch of cards back from PSA. I'll get into that in another video. So I wanted to fast forward to 2016, and I'll just pick a rookie from that year. It's actually Ben Simmons was the #1 draft pick that year, and a lot of people sent his cards for grading. So I believe that his PSA graded cards represent roughly the amount of cards we could expect to see from any of the key players that year. Some rookies emerged this year from that class, including Jaylen Brown on the Celtics, Brandon Ingram, who had another really good year, and Domantas Sabonis on the Pacers. So right now, if you were to look up any one of their cards, they're not going to have as many as Ben Simmons because they kind of all had breakout years, either this year or the last year. So people weren't really sending their cards in for grading. But you can see Ben Simmons has 1,300 PSA 10 graded cards, 761 PSA 9 graded cards, about the same amount as Anthony Davis 4 years later. And what that tells me is that the population, the print runs of Prizm basketball cards was probably about the same from that span of time. And you just to go ahead and look at his prices, you can get a Ben Simmons PSA 10 for $259. So, that's when you start to cross compare and say, well, there's about the same number of Ben Simmons cards as there are Anthony Davis. And Ben Simmons is only $259. Anthony Davis is $1,800. Is Anthony Davis 10 times better, or whatever? Do the math on that. 9 times better than Ben Simmons. And if you feel like maybe, he's twice as good as Ben Simmons, or 3 times, but maybe not 10 times better, this might be a good buy. You might say, well, maybe I'll invest in some Ben Simmons. He might have a nice run in the playoffs. That would definitely help increase the value of his cards. He might have a good career, and I think that's what we're looking for long term. Are these guys going to have Hall of Fame careers? So that's an idea of what the pop count has been. Now we'll go ahead and fast forward to last year. Luka Doncic is probably the key card. He is the key card in this 2018. So we'll say 2 years ago. This is when the print run started to go a little bit, I'll say a little bit crazy. To be honest, I don't think that the print runs are as high as they were in the 90s yet. I remember when you can get cards pretty much anywhere. I used to get football cards at the liquor store down the street from my house. We used to get rack packs from the grocery store. Used to get sometimes baseball card packs from the dairy that was near my grandma's. So I remember thinking anywhere that retail items were sold, it seemed that they had cards, and that is not the case today. Even with these supposed high pop counts, you just can't get packs of cards anywhere, not even at Target and Walmart. But you can see the print run is higher because you can see the PSA 10 Luka is significantly higher than Anthony Davis or Ben Simmons. It's at 16,959. So basically 16 times the amount of cards. And the PSA 9 has 12,000. So close to 30,000 Luka cards have been graded in a PSA 10 or PSA 9. In today's current market, that's considered a lot. That is considered a high pop count. And, if people decide to cash out, now you can see his PSA 10 is $921, which, if you were to think about it logically, that is actually relatively high, considering there's 16 times as many of these cards as a Ben Simmons or an Anthony Davis. But believe it or not, this card used to go for close to $2,000. So um, I don't know if I would say it's even a great buy at $900. That's really up to depending if you really believe that Luka's going to have a Hall of Fame career, maybe win a couple of titles. Those are the kinds of things that you want to consider when investing in these younger players. But I just wanted to show you the difference in pop counts and just kind of where I believe the good investments are, maybe the kind of like a little bit undervalued cards are the cards that just don't have as high of a print run. And that would be the cards from 2012 to 2016. So if you were to go look at any of the rookie cards in those years, and there's some good ones. Like I said, the year of Anthony Davis, there's also Jimmy Butler, who was the star of the playoffs last year up to the finals. You had a couple other good ones too. I think Damian Lillard was in 2012 as well. In 2014, that's where Julius Randle is, and he's had his breakout year. And then the 2016 class, like I said before, had a couple of good breakout rookies as well. Those are all, I believe, relatively low print run years. Great years to invest in basketball cards. Either now for the playoffs, if you want to take a shot at some of those guys having a good run in the playoffs, or even for next year, if some of your favorite players didn't make the playoffs, might be a good time to buy their cards, as their prices have probably dropped dramatically in the last couple of weeks. So that's all I got for you today. Just wanted to introduce Market Movers tool and go over pop counts. We'll probably get more into specific cards and specific good buys, but I just wanted to run through that really quickly. So thanks for watching and see you on the next one.